guys, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and as you can see from the title of this video, today I'm going to show you my empties. I feel like I do this once every few months just to show you products that I've used up and if I recommend them or not. I find these videos a bit more trustworthy than people who are just like, oh, I've tried this product once and I recommend it, because you haven't like fully used it up. And it has been brewing. The amount that I have here. I don't have my little baskets with me anymore, so I'm gonna have to try and categorize these on my bed and show them to you. It is a big one today. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let's get on with the video. I've just laid them out. Let me count how many products I have here. 28 products here. So we're going to start off with like the boring stuff and then get to the cool stuff at the end. So boring stuff, first of all, we have mouth care. I'm categorizing this as, which is just 2 mouthwash. This one is a Pro Care whitening one, and then this is a Listerine one. Honestly, I prefer the Listerine one. Just the taste is so much better than this one. I find ones that don't have alcohol in there kind of annoying. I think this one has alcohol in it. It just doesn't taste as good and isn't as fresh for your breath. I enjoyed these two, but definitely if the Listerine is on a similar price to this one, I definitely get this one over the Pro Care. 2 miscellaneous ones for today, which is my deodorant and a Hycosan eye care one. This I got as a sample. I would never pay, that is a lie, I have once. I wouldn't willingly pay £12 for eye drops. I feel like that is absolutely insane. I know that these are supposed to be like better for you, but like not for my bank account. And then deodorants, I always prefer stick deodorants. I find that roll-ons are just too wet for me, and then spray-ons, like the aerosol ones, don't really do that much. So I really like stick deodorants. I've tried the Mitchum one. I used to use that quite a lot, but it left a lot of like stains on my shirts. So then I tried this Dove one, and it also smelled really nice and I've enjoyed it. And I'm trying the Sure one, and then I'm just gonna decide which one's the best out of those 3. Wouldn't willingly repurchase, would repurchase. Let's go on to shower stuff. As you can see, she was used. This is the Dove body scrub. I really enjoyed this. This is pomegranate seeds and shea butter scented. Smelled really nice, and it's a nice scrub in the sense that it's not lotiony. I want a scrub to like scrub my skin, really exfoliate it. And this one still has some creaminess to it, but it still has quite a lot of grit. The Tree Hut scrub one, I think that's what it's called. That one I've recently started using. I know it's so much more expensive, but it's got that really good grit that I'm looking for. This is the middle ground, and then ones that are like more lotiony with like little beads here and there. Don't like that. They're kind of pointless. So I definitely would repurchase this, especially for the price of it. A Dove anti-stress shower gel. I love Dove. I always gravitate towards it for my like shower gel. This one is chamomile and oat milk. It smells really nice. The only problem is I find Dove to be so expensive, but when it's on a good deal, definitely repurchase. I prefer liquid soap over cakes of soaps. I find cakes of soaps is kind of hard to lather up, especially on a loofah, whereas this one is so nice to just squeeze a little bit on and then it just gets going straight away. Definitely repurchase. And then I have this fruity shea butter one. This smelled really nice. I find fruity, it's so cheap that it's just so convenient to have, and it's so much cheaper and just easier to have, but I feel like I use more of it to get the scent that I want and just to lather up a bit more. So definitely repurchase, but if I have the option of Dove to be on a deal and a little bit cheaper, I probably would spend a bit more to get the Dove, if that makes sense. Let's move on to hair stuff, I think, which are these lovely ladies over here. First of all, we have the Tresemme Lamella Shine leave-in conditioner, I believe, the leave-in serum. This smelled quite nice, but it was a bit too watery for me. I find I always have to put some type of leave-in cream into my hair after I've washed it, but this was a bit too watery. It didn't have enough creaminess to it, or I felt like it wasn't going to do much for my hair. It's not a bad product per se, it's just not my type of product, if that makes sense. So I would repurchase if it's on a really good deal and it's really cheap. With everything on the market, I wouldn't like pick it up over other things, if that makes sense, but it's still a really good product and it was decent. Then we have my Bae, which is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Pineapple Hair Drink. This makes your hair smell so good. It really adds shine to your hair. I remember the first time I ever used this, I was in the sun. It was during summer, like 2023, and I was going like this to my hair, and it makes your hair so shiny, especially if you have damaged hair. It's a really good, quite cheap alternative for other things that are on the market. I will forever repurchase her. I already have another one in my shower. Next, we got this PS Pro Bond leave-in cream. This was from Primark. I got this when I went to Germany. This thing is still hefty. It has a lot of weight. It's 100 mils, but it just stops pumping when there's nothing in it, but it still has so much weight. So I find this to be such a waste of product and packaging. Make it smaller or give me more product. Overall, I really did like the texture of it. I know it's supposed to be like an Olaplex dupe. I've never tried Olaplex though. It was very thick and creamy. Again, with the Tresemme, I would repurchase it if the circumstances make me, but I'm not going to go out of my way to try and like hunt this down and find it and buy it. It was okay. Nothing special, nothing excellent, just okay. And then matching my my bay of the hair drink, we have the conditioner version. This again smells so good. They have other scents in the range, but this pineapple, oh, so good. Again, I've already purchased another one of these. I would definitely repurchase. I prefer hair masks, a thicker cream and a thicker conditioner over like the squeezy bottle conditioners, if that makes sense, a more watery version. Okay, now we're moving on to the fun stuff, which is skincare, makeup and perfume. We're gonna start with perfume. They're more body mist than anything, but we'll start with that. First of all is this one. My mom got this for me at a car boot, and then I finished it, and then I found another one at a car boot. I think it's called like Alexandra. Oh, it's made in France. Alexandra Bath. It smells very fresh and nice, but I can't find this in the stores, so I definitely would repurchase again if like I found it at a car boot and it was relatively priced cheap, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it again. I think it was actually in one of my videos and I said that exact same thing. I did enjoy it. Then we have the Impulse Balance and Mind Body Mist. This is the Jade one, which is pear, jasmine and vanilla, which sounds so good. I think I got this really cheap at a car boot. It's a nice scent, but it's not my body mist scent, if that makes sense. I really like Impulse. I prefer Impulse over So, if that makes sense. They might actually be under the same company. I have no idea. It's almost got the underlying of like caffeine. I don't know how to describe it. So it was like nice to just use up and like have in my bag to use like at work. This was like my work like body mist, if that makes sense. But I probably wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it again, unless again like I find it at car boots and it's cheaper or it's given to me for free. Like I'm not gonna spend my money again. Like I've been saying, if there's other things on the market that I find smell better and work a bit better. And then we have my Bay. This is the Britney Spears Fantasy Body Mist. I have the perfume also. Britney Spears. This was one of my first, if not the first, proper perfume EDT that I got when I was younger. It's my scent memory perfume. I really do enjoy it. I would repurchase this. It's a good body mist and it lasts quite a long time, and the scent is just really good. Now skincare and makeup. Skincare, am I gonna be able to pick this up? I've dropped one, but that's skincare. First of all, we have this L'Oreal Hyaluron Expert face cream. It smells nice, but it's a bit, again, too watery for me. I'm quite picky on my face creams and the textures that I like, so I used it up, but I wouldn't again go out of my way to repurchase it. But L'Oreal is a good skincare brand. Spoken about her before. The Garnier 2-in-1 eye makeup remover. I already have another one of these. I'm already halfway through it. So good. If you want something that's like, I know micellar water works, but this works even better than micellar water and it's not greasy at all. Literally so grateful that I found this because it's like saved so many of my lashes being ripped out. Vitamin E hydrating mist. This was nice in theory, but it was like 100ml bottle, 150ml bottle, and at the end it was just like I'm using it to use it up. I wanted it in the winter so I could go like over my skin if it was dehydrated. Really, I have like normal to almost oily skin, so I did not need this. So it is a good product, especially if you battle with dry skin and in the winter you don't want to put on creams, you just want a little bit more hydration. But for me, it's not really for my skin type. Decent product, not for me though. Then we have the two CeraVes. One is the facial moisturizing with SPF and the other is the retinol serum. This I got a part of like a little gift set with like three products in a container. I wouldn't again willingly buy this outside of that gift set because it's like £15 for 52 milliliters. That is insane. I would rather buy a cream with more milliliters and then a sun cream separately and mix them together for cheaper and you get more products. So like it is good. I love CeraVe as a brand. It's like my favorite skincare brand. It just feels like a waste when I could get so much more. I like this product, but it's too expensive for me to like justify repurchasing it, if that makes sense. Whereas the retinol serum, this is so expensive, but it's good retinol, if that makes sense. It's a good brand. I can trust it, especially retinol. I don't want to mess up with that because it can be so damaging to your skin if you don't do it correctly. I have repurchased this and also this lasts me quite a long time. I only use 1 or 2 pumps like per evening. Even though this is so expensive, I think it is justified to buy. So I have repurchased this and I will continue to do so unless I find another retinol that I trust and like. This I got at a car boot. It's a La Roche-Posay Effaclear Duo Triple Correction, Anti-Imperfections, Triple Corrective Care. Genuinely don't know what this is for. I just use it as like all over face cream and like treatments. I get so confused with La Roche-Posay's packaging and brand. Like they do not really describe what it's specifically for and how you use it, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm like, the packaging all looks the same. This one says it's for anti-imperfections, but this one also says it's for anti-imperfections. I need the specifics. Unless I really like a product, I probably wouldn't repurchase it. Specifically this one also, because I don't even know what this is for. The Ordinary Niacinamide Serum. I wanted to buy The Ordinary for the longest time ever. I think I bought this when I went to Cambridge in like August, so it lasted me 2 months for a 30ml bottle, which is not bad at all. I have so much skincare now that I'm just trying to get through it and decide which ones I really like so I can keep on repurchasing them. Serum wise, The Ordinary is very good, and it's like an affordable brand, good products, so I definitely would repurchase. Then we're moving on to the last category and the funnest, which is makeup. We're gonna start with this Maybelline skin tint, Sue Me. I know so many people love this. I didn't like it. This is one of the lightest shades, oxidizes so badly. I had to eventually mix this with a bunch of other products because I just didn't like it. It's like a skin tint, but it's actually like a foundation. I didn't like the way that it sat on my skin. The applicator was so messy. It was nice to try and say like, oh yeah, I've used that, but also this bottle is huge. So to get through this, it took me like a year if I'm being so honest. And because I didn't like the product, it was so hard to like keep on dipping back into it and using it. Whereas other products, I'm like, oh, I want to get through them, and they're not a bad product, they're just not my product, so I can get through them relatively fast. But this, like I said, I had to mix it with other things to make it bearable. And I know so many people love this, and they're probably gonna hate me for saying that. It just really was not my skin tint or foundation. Would not repurchase. Next we have the e.l.f. brow lift. As you can see, I love this. I've already repurchased another one of these. I love my brows to be waxy instead of jelly, because when they're jelly, they're like almost crusty when you touch them, whereas if they're waxy, they're just waxy, maybe a little bit sticky, but not at all really, and this sets them down. I really enjoyed this brow lift, and I definitely would repurchase. I think this is my go-to product now. It's also so easy to get into it because it is just like a little pot, whereas other ones where it's like dipping the tube into it, there's products still around the tube and at the bottom that you can't get to, and it's so hard to like get your full use out of the product. Whereas this, because it's a pot, you can like scrape it and get your full use. Next we have my bae, which is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I've spoken about her before. I'm currently using the Jelly Pop one, and I really like that. This is the one with niacinamide. Absolutely repurchase. I find primers to be quite gimmicky, especially silicone pore filling ones, but these sticky ones really good, and the e.l.f. one is just like, we all know and love her. On the same wavelength as that, the e.l.f. highlighter one took forever to get through. I like glowy blushes but not glittery blushes, and this one is so pretty in theory, but to put it on your skin after all your blush, my blush would go slip and slide. And even if I took like a brush to this and patted the brush on, I just had like a streak of highlight where the blush has moved. I found it disturbed my base way too much having a liquid highlight. I definitely am a powder highlight person. Like, this would work for some people and people like it, but it's not my product. I don't like cream highlighters, and this made me realize that. So make of that what you want. Next we have two mascaras. One is the Sky High Burgundy one. This was really nice. I use this a lot for work, so when I wanted to wear makeup but not like a full face, just like concealer, blush, powder and mascara, I'd use this because it was less hectic than like black mascara. Honestly, because of it being still quite dark, you could tell it was burgundy, but you really had to look. It's really nice mascara. I would repurchase if I wanted to have more of a clean girl, less makeup look. Black mascara looks so similar. There's no point in buying a whole nother mascara to have a similar effect, if that makes sense. The Sky High mascara is nice. I enjoy it. It's not my favorite mascara ever though, but currently I have the telescopic on, and I really like the color. The color was quite interesting. It was nice for work. When it's put on, I have to be the one to tell you like, oh yeah, I have burgundy mascara on. No one really looks that close, so unless I got to, like I said, to a phase of my life where I'm like, I really want another burgundy mascara, I wouldn't outwardly repurchase it right away. And then we have the Panorama mascara. This is brown. This is what I mean. You can barely tell that is brown, especially when it's on. This mascara made my eyelashes look insane when I first used them. It was really good. I just found that these brushes are too thick for me. Like I said, I love the telescopic, which is a very thin brush. The ones that get thicker at the end, I battle to get into my corners here. Very good mascara. Really enjoy it. I love L'Oreal mascaras, but I am a true telescopic fan, so I probably wouldn't repurchase this just because I like to have that very thin one to like get into my root. So not my most favorite wand, but a really good formula and good product. So 50-50 of what I would repurchase it. And that is all my products. I hope that gave you some insight into if I enjoy those products or not, if they work for you depending on your skin tone, skin texture, etc. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next empties video, probably in like 2 months or something like that, where this is gonna be piled up again. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.